you know what it is. All right, you guys, stuck in traffic. So, I decided I'd knock out a couple of videos. So, with that being said, so I'm going to talk about Ryan Garcia. You wouldn't even think this dude would have a fight coming up this weekend, because I've been looking to see have they pulled the plug on that fight, but apparently they're going to go through with this fight. But, at the end of the day, the fight, from what I've been told from, the people that I know, that the fight is selling extremely poorly. And I think a lot of people thought that they could ride the wave based off, Ryan Garcia selling out along with Tank when he was stopped by Tank Davis earlier this year. But it appears that he has a fight coming up in Houston, Texas, and they figure due to the fact of the extremely high Mexican population that they would come out to see Ryan Garcia. And to no avail, they've not had any success selling tickets. I can tell you this much. Devin Haney, whose fight is next week, is going to do better than Ryan Garcia. That's for sure. I know people are making videos about what Devin Haney allegedly has sold or isn't selling, but I can tell you this much: it's going to be far more people at the Chase Center than the Toyota Center. Now, I'm not taking no digs at nobody, so don't come on here or don't go on channels saying that I'm taking digs. At the end of the day, I fear no man. If I was specifically talking about somebody, I'll just say it. But I'm just saying a few videos, but I'm just keeping it balanced. So whatever you think Devin is selling, it's going to be far better than Ryan Garcia. I can tell you that Devin for a fact has sold over 10,000 tickets. I know that to be fact. So, but this is how bad it is. Now, as you guys know that I do media, I cover fights. It's so bad with Ryan Garcia, they haven't even put out forms to where media could fill out to basically cover the fight for the most part. Because I've looked, I did my research and I've checked the places where you usually can fill out press credentials to attend the fight. And neither of the sources that I use to apply for press credentials have had any press credentials available. So I don't know. Maybe they've already selected who they're going to be there, basically the usuals, but that's crazy. And I remember this happening. Before, because what happened last year, I was supposed to attend. Originally, what the plan was, I was going to go to Omaha and I was going to go to Terrence Crawford versus David Avanesian. I was going to go attend that fight. The original plan was for me to go cover that fight, and, Kobe was going to do the New York card. So basically what happened was, I kept asking them. I was calling BLK Prime, asking, hey, what's going on with the media credentials? I called everybody. So basically what happened was, after I already had filled out the forms to basically attend the top rank card in New York, it was like, I said, okay, I'm gonna just cover the New York card. So they finally sent me media forms. I'm talking about the week of the fight. I'm talking about maybe on the Tuesday, because usually they let you know about a week before the fight whether you've been approved. So I just moved on. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna just go to New York. I'll just go cover the Tiafimo fight. I think Tiafimo was fighting on that card in New York. I think it was him at Madison Square Garden. So, but yes, I think what happened is they was really banking people was gonna fill up the arena to go see Ryan Garcia. At the end of the day, it really was Tank that they were coming to see. Even though Ryan Garcia, he played a role, particularly for that fight, because his fans, along with the Tank fans, bought tickets to go see that fight. But it was mostly Tank. So now, even though Ryan Garcia made a whole bunch of money, he made a lot of money for that particular fight. But it appears that he doesn't have the true drawing power that people thought he would have. And keep in mind, he was knocked out or he gave up. So that's pretty much that. Now, let me tell you something else that's gonna happen, because a lot of these people on here are predictable. Now, probably by today or probably by tomorrow at least, you're gonna be seeing a lot of people making videos trying to justify Frank Martin turning down over $1 million to fight Shakur Stevenson, because Teofimo Lopez admitted that he turned down a fight with Ryan Garcia. But it's still some time left, because Top Rank has, from my knowledge, Top Rank has the Michelob Ultra Arena reserved for Super Bowl week. I think it's reserved for another Thursday going into Super Bowl week. I don't know why they can't do it on a Friday or a Saturday, because the Super Bowl is on a Sunday. But I guess they think it might be a little too hectic to do things on a Friday or a Saturday. But I think that's sort of like the best time, when things are hectic. But that's what's going to happen. You're going to have these dummies trying to compare Frank Martin turning down 1.3. But see, here's the thing. Teofimo Lopez was touching far more money than Frank Martin. Frank Martin was making 75, maybe at best 100 grand. Teofimo was at least making anywhere from, 6 figures. And he touched $1 million in a couple of his fights. So that's different. Not pocket watching, but I'm just presenting facts. And then plus, people don't want to tell you, well, at the end of the day, Frank Martin just had a whole bunch of people hands in his pockets. So the more money it is, the bigger the cut people want to take. But at the end of the day, he's still not justified for turning down $1.3 million. It wasn't 1 million, it was 1.3, because basically the people at Top Rank confirmed it. Not gonna say who, but they were gonna pay him 1.3. And at the end of the day, well, when is he gonna fight again? What did he, what I'm saying? At the end of the day, November 16th, he was sitting up at home, where he could have had a big payday. More people would have got a bigger cut, but he still would have had more money. So you still can't justify, because that's what these people try to do. At the end of the day, like I said, they're not fight fans, they're fanboys. At the end of the day, they want to protect a certain fighter who they like. They want to protect a promotional company. That's what they want to do. So I'm just gonna tell you what's gonna happen. You can't even compare a dude that was making 75 grand a fight to a dude that was making 6 figures per fight. Now at the end of the day, Teofimo, he wants more money. That's between him and Top Rank. But like I said, I know people gonna try to make the comparison. You can't compare Teofimo Lopez to Frank Martin. Once again, Frank Martin is fighting in conference rooms and ballrooms. Teofimo Lopez, for the most part, is fighting in arenas. He's fighting in bigger venues. At the end of the day, you get tired of trying to explain this to people. But then you have these people that like to push narratives and don't know what they're talking about. Just like you still got these people making excuses, talking about Errol Spence was hurt and all this kind of stuff, and his ribs was broke. So now everybody is doctors now. And this is what I'm saying, why you can't take a lot of these dudes on here serious. A lot of these dudes just don't know what they be talking about. People still trying to pamper Errol Spence for just getting the monumental ass whooping. You know, the dude that was fighting so much better competition. And he turned out to be one of Terrence Crawford's easiest fight. And due to the fact that a lot of these narrative pushers over the years that were just saying that Errol Spence was going to trounce Terrence Crawford, they really don't have nowhere to go. So they have to continue to push the lies and the BS. So now they sitting up here once again trying to complain about Wade, and Terrence Crawford owes it to Errol Spence to fight at a certain weight class when he doesn't. When he doesn't. He doesn't owe, I'm gonna say this, Terrence Crawford doesn't owe Errol Spence shit. And like I said, you Errol Spence fanboys, that's what y'all do. Y'all just make excuses. Y'all just don't have no honor about yourselves. And that's all it come down to. Except the fact that the best man won on July 29th, and stop making excuses. Nobody don't want to hear that what happened stuff. Now the dummies, the Errol Spence fanboys, yeah, they'll buy whatever bullshit that you put out. All this stuff. Oh, he has to fight him at 154. That's only fair. He couldn't make the weight and then his own trainer said really the weight wasn't an excuse. So if Derek James saying it wasn't an excuse, then why y'all making excuses? All these elaborate conspiracies about gloves and all this stuff, none of y'all know nothing about hand wraps. I went to people that box. I go to people that box for a living. That's why I went to Chris Lopez. Watch the interview. He's trying to explain to y'all about hand wrap, but y'all would rather listen to some dummy or a few dummies that ain't never been in a boxing ring in their life, don't go to boxing gyms, don't cover fights, don't do no interviews. But you don't want to listen to a dude that's actually out there in the field trying to tally up the knowledge and present it to y'all. But y'all want to hear what these narrative pushers are telling y'all. Like, for real, man, just stop the cap. Just stop it, because y'all sound ridiculous. And you sound really bad, and you sound really pathetic. And that just gotta be said. You'd rather listen to somebody that sit up behind a computer that don't go to fight, don't do no interviews, don't go to the gyms, than a dude that's actually out there, like me, doing the research, trying to tally up the knowledge to present to y'all. But y'all would rather listen to dude. I mean, come on, man. That just goes to show you y'all intelligence and how stupid and ignorant and easy to be manipulated that you guys are. But then again, they've been doing that to black people for the last 400 years. I mean, the white man been doing it to us, brainwashing us for the last 400 years. So I guess it wouldn't be out of the norm for a fake content creator to brainwash y'all. Just accept the fact that on July 29th, the better man won. If you can't accept that Terrence Crawford was the better man, just go see a psychiatrist. For real, go get help. Cause it's just nerve-wracking when people constantly trying to explain to y'all. I done talked to people from the Nevada State Athletic Commission that explain to y'all. I done had people that box, that's currently boxing, trying to explain stuff to y'all. But y'all would rather listen to these dudes. Y'all rather listen to these fake ass, bald-headed, Dr. Evil looking niggas, or other coke sniffing niggas. And a few other clowns that don't cover boxing. And it's kind of insulting. For real. Like I said before, these dudes is just hurt because the narrative they was pushing for the past 4 to 5 years. It all fell apart July the 29th. And these dudes are still crying. Oh, he need to fight him at 154. 154, it'll be different. But wait a minute. Y'all was the ones that was saying Errol Spence was going to do this, going to do that, and he was going to destroy Terrence Crawford. It was going to be an easy fight. It was an easy fight. It was an easy fight for Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford ain't fought nobody. Cause see, y'all was brainwashed. Y'all were brainwashed. But like I said, I'm out there in the field. I'm out there in the field talking to these people. But y'all would rather, do that make any kind of sense? That's like y'all listening to a dude that's saying he a doctor, but don't got no medical training and he don't got no license to practice medicine. But he telling y'all how to do open heart surgery, and he ain't been in medical school, don't got no kind of training. But you got a doctor that's trying to explain to you how to do surgery, but you would rather listen to the dude that ain't got no knowledge, ain't never been to medical school. But that's how ass backwards a lot of y'all think. And like I said, it's just nerve-wracking. Like I said, constantly trying to explain stuff to y'all because y'all don't want to listen. Y'all like that nigga that catch his wife cheating, see her coming out of a hotel room, and you say, oh man, she ain't cheating on me. Now before you follow her, now you see her holding hands with the dude going into the hotel room. Oh man, she ain't cheating. Then you go listen, then you go put your ear to the door and you hear clapping sounds, or you hear the bed shaking and you hear the woman screaming. Oh man, she ain't cheating. They praying. That's how a lot of you dudes think. I don't know how many times I gotta say this, but Errol Spence nothing. What part you don't understand? All this was negotiated. If Terrence Crawford want to fight at 147, then Errol Spence got to get his ass back in the ring and fight at 147. How's that not fair when they negotiated that? Listen, if the fight had been the other way around and Errol Spence had won and Terrence Crawford was pulling this stuff, y'all will be making video. Oh man, Terrence Crawford is being a sore loser. Oh man, he need to accept the fact he lost, man. That's what the contract said. He got to honor the contract. So now Errol Spence don't have to honor the contract. If Bud want him to fight at 147, he got to fight at 147. That's what they negotiated. Like I said before, man, it's like talking to styrofoam trying to explain this stuff to y'all. But that's what y'all do, because at the end of the day, y'all ain't boxing fans. Y'all fanboys. And I'm going to keep picking y'all apart because y'all easy as hell to pick apart. And I'm going to keep destroying y'all asses. Because I already know that's what y'all, I didn't mean to get all subject, but I already know that's what y'all going to try to do. And this is why I tell y'all stop listening to these type of dudes on YouTube. It's easy to debunk them. I mean, it's just easy, but you guys just don't want you just don't want to hear facts. You don't want to hear the truth. You in denial about what's going on, and unfortunately, that's too bad. Like I said, we done been down this road several times. I just ain't never seen people that listen to these dudes, like I said before. I've been covering fights now for like going on 5 years. Going to the gyms, setting up the interviews, going to the fights, gaining as much knowledge as I can. That's why I have Justin McRae on the show. This is why I have boxers on the show trying to explain to y'all. But like I said, you would rather listen to people that don't cover fights, that just sit up there and lie and make up stuff. And you know who these dudes are. They're liars. But go ahead. Keep letting these dudes make you stupid. Keep letting these dudes, when you try to have a real debate, get ethered. I don't do debates because I'll cook all these dudes. And then another thing is, all they try to do is, when you win in a debate, they go into their women tendencies. They try to talk over you. Just like I was trying to explain to one dude why Canelo is gonna get his ass beat by David Benavidez. But he caught an attitude, and he caught an attitude, and he hung up the phone. But at the end of the day, it's all love. It ain't no big deal. I don't like to say people's names and all that kind of stuff, but that was kind of weak. I've been saying this for years. Canelo ain't all that. It's a blueprint on how to beat Canelo. Canelo already been beat before. Canelo ain't invincible. Canelo just ain't fought certain people with certain styles that can give him problems. And you see, when he fight people with certain styles, they give him problems. But yeah, that's the next narrative these guys gonna be pushing. I promise you, those videos gonna start coming out there. Oh man, see, Frank Martin, he was justified to turn it down. See, and that's what be tripping me out. These people love to tell Terrence Crawford how much he isn't worth. Now these are the same niggas that was telling Terrence Crawford, a dude that was undisputed at another weight class, who was undisputed, that he wasn't worth certain money, who was established. But they saying that Frank Martin, a dude that ain't won nothing, won no belt, is underpaid. See how easy it is to ether these dudes and call them out on their hypocrisy? I don't have to do no debates with them. They already cooked, they already exposed. What part of that y'all don't understand? They're already showing how fraudulent they are. So now all of a sudden you want to count Frank Martin's pockets and say how much he's worth and how much he's underpaid, but you were sitting up saying that Terrence Crawford was overpaid and he did deserve a certain amount of money. You see how easy it is? Like I said, it's easy to drop the mic on these clowns. I promise you they're gonna start making those videos today. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. Teofimo Lopez is miles ahead of Frank Martin. Teofimo Lopez has won titles. So that's why his value and his stock is higher than Frank Martin's. This is the easiest argument to debunk and pick apart. You guys already destroyed. That's gonna put out them videos. You easy work, man. You easy work. Just like them trolls and stuff, and just like certain people that was sitting up here talking about they was gonna pull up and lied and said that they pull up. Yeah, you seen me boxing. I ain't even showed you I ain't even showed you what I really can do. I ain't even said that was just a little bit of what I could do. But you more than welcome to try to pull up on me. And you know who you are. That's just real talk. You gonna get humiliated. You gonna get the shit beat out of you. And I know you still listening. I double dare you. Try it. Try it. So I just had to put that out there, man, because like I said, after a while, you guys, and I don't even like talking like this, but I have to expose these dudes because it get nerve-wracking when you got these fraudulent channels that's trying to push these narratives. At the end of the day, I'm gonna say this once and once only. If Errol Spence had a broken rib going into that fight, that's his problem. That's on him. Which I don't think he had a broken rib, because I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I got good sources that's really in the thick of things. Real good sources that said wasn't nothing wrong with Errol Spence. Nothing. But if you guys want to push these narratives and keep making fools out of y'all self, if y'all want to listen to these dudes that don't go to gyms, that don't do no interviews, that don't cover boxing, that don't actually cover boxing, keep doing it, because you gonna continue to make yourself look stupid, and you gonna get exposed when you come in front of somebody that actually know the sport, that actually cover the sport, and that's actually out there in the field. You think I'm gonna listen to some nigga that's sitting up here talking behind a computer that don't even cover fights, that don't do no interview, versus a dude that own a gym? Listen to the interview with Chris Lopez. He has no horse in the race. Listen to the interview I did with Felix Trinidad's nephew. He has no horse in the race. What he need to lie on somebody for? What he need to, you know, that's their opinion. These dudes are in the business. Now, do I believe that they're always 100% right? No, but I'm gonna listen to them before I listen to some dude that's sitting up behind his computer lying and pushing a narrative because their favorite fighter got the brakes beat off of them. I shouldn't have to keep explaining this to y'all, but if y'all want to listen to this BS and y'all want to be stupefied, and then when you get in front of somebody that actually know the sport and you make complete fools out of yourself, then you go ahead. Keep listening to these dudes. Keep listening to these clowns. Because that's exactly what they is. They clowns. Anybody that's been following Bonchero, y'all see me. You see me at the gym. You see me conducting the interview. You see me asking the questions. I never said that I was an expert on boxing, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to tally up the knowledge to present it to y'all. And that's what I've been doing. And that's why I have the real following, the genuine following that I have. When you obtain knowledge, you try to spread the knowledge. And knowledge is power. Knowledge is king. So once again, keep listening to these dudes. I ain't got to say their names. They know who they are. Keep listening to these bald-headed, Dr. Evil looking niggas that don't know what they talk about, that I done caught in lies on several occasions. Keep listening to these goofy alleged coke sniffing niggas. Cause that other dude, I ain't gonna say his name. Yeah, dude, you be thumbing your nose a little too much, nigga. You be thumbing your nose a little too much, man. That's all the signs of it. And y'all know who I'm talking about. That nigga that be putting this, every time he do this, he got it, and put his finger, you know what I'm saying, put his finger by his nose and put his thumb by his nose. Cause when you be on coke and stuff, sometimes you start to lose the feeling in your nose and stuff from snorting coke. And you know who I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say his name because that's a legend. So, you know, if I say his name, then, you know, he can say it, you know. I ain't gonna say, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Who made predictions and he always wrong. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Don't say his name. Don't say his name. Comment section, but you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Dude make predictions and he always wrong. Yeah. That's why that dude be that's why that dude be always putting his thumb by his nose. Stay off. Hey, bro, stay off the coke for real. Stop listening. Like stop listening to dude. But yeah, watch for that narrative. That'll be the new narrative that they're gonna put. Yeah, man. See, this is what I've been talking about. See, y'all. See, Teofimo, if he turned down a minute, because like I said, Teofimo is more established than Frank Martin. Like I said, Frank Martin is a ballroom fighter. He a ballroom fighter. He fighting in conference rooms in front of 2,000 people. Teofimo Lopez then fought in arenas. Now sometimes he fight in smaller venues, but he been fighting in arenas. So it's a difference. There's a difference between fighting at Madison Square Garden and you fighting in conference rooms and at casinos in Las Vegas. Big difference. So, you know, just stop the cap, please. But I promise you that's what they're going to try to do. Now, get back to Ryan Garcia. I met Ryan Garcia a couple of times. He seemed like he a nice young man. But at the end of the day, it appears that this fight is not doing very well. It's not doing very well. They probably gonna have to give away a whole bunch of tickets. Because listen, here's the thing. I've been checking every day. Because actually I got somebody that I'm trying to send there to cover the fight. But they have not publicly made media credentials available. So there you have it. Oh, by the way, if everything goes correct for my people in the Bay Area, I might be giving away a ticket to, you know, to Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis. I may give it away on the eve of the fight or maybe fight day. So just stay tuned. We what's going on. By the way, I got some special guests, got some rappers and some singers that's gonna be in attendance. My man Fluid, he coming to the fight, so he gonna be on the show. So you know, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to next week. I'm gonna have a lot of fun covering this fight. You know, so it's gonna be fun. Like I said, I'm thankful that I get to work from home to cover Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Regis. I'm a big fan of Devin, of course. You know, shout out to them for bringing a fight to the Bay Area. So if you plan on being in attendance, you know, all good. All good. I feel like this is a big opportunity for me. I feel like this is a big opportunity for the Bay. Tickets are still available, reasonable prices. You know, they still have tickets available for as low as like $57. You know, so if you're gonna be in the Bay Area, if you want to come see the fight, you know, check your prospective ticket brokers. Google Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis. They're gonna have all type of ticket sites where you can buy tickets. You just basically gotta just pick the one that got the best prices based off your budget, and that's it. That's all. But yeah, once again, man, appreciate you guys. I'm about to take a breather, but I'll be back in about 10 minutes because I have to continue to talk about Josh Giddey and why, once again, you didn't see people's true colors. A lot of these so-called fans, a lot of these content creators, and definitely ESPN is exposed. Stephen A. Smith is exposed. I didn't get a chance to go in on Stephen A. Smith like I wanted to because I had some stuff to do. I had some work to do because, like I said, I'm really getting prepared. I'm putting together some stuff. For the fight. So with that being said, you know, I'm just really getting ready for this. But anyway, I just wanted to present that to you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. It's your boy Town. I'm out.